So this is Business Unscripted with Shae Spitz, and I am here with Quinten Rowley, and he is working with Premier Property Management here in Columbus. Thank you, Quinten, for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you started not too long ago with Premier Property Management, right?
Yep, just about 2 months ago now.
2 months ago. Okay. And how are things going with that?
It's been going good. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. All kind of came at once, and switching from what I was doing before to here, it's been a lot, but it's been a lot of fun.
What were you doing before this?
Yeah, so I worked for Pillen Family Farms, and I managed farms for them. Yeah, it was on the DNA genetics side, and
okay.
So
kind of management side of things, but different.
Right.
Yeah,
different field for sure. It's a whole different world, right? It all kind of blends together in management, but yeah, at the end of the day, it was a total change. So.
Yes. So how long were you in management before?
So that was 5 years I was with Pillen, and that was all my management. So I learned everything about management from them, and they have a great team. So, I mean, they did a really good job. It was a great place to work, but... Yeah.
So what made you decide that, I'm kind of wanting to get into the management side for real estate?
Yeah, so I do own my own properties, and I bought those. I bought a fourplex in Columbus, 3 years ago, and then a single family home in Lindsay, where I live, 2 years ago.
Okay.
So that's kind of what got me really into real estate. And then with where I was at with Pillen, I liked the company. I was enjoying it, but I was kind of at a stop. I wasn't really growing. So it was time to do something new. And real estate, I was already doing it, and I really enjoyed it. So it was a logical next step.
So you managed your own properties?
Yep.
Do you ever want to pull your hair out, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Almost. I always tell people it's not bad most of the time, except for about a couple weeks out of the year, and you got some real bad days.
Yeah. Yes. And those bad days, for me anyway, are well worth paying somebody to do property management, because 100%. I don't, and even to the point where, I still have people who contact me, even though I have property management set up. Obviously I have Premier Property Management working with me, and we work together, and they do a fantastic job. But ultimately, once in a while, you'll still get the tenants who call the owner directly.
Yep.
And in all reality, I don't know near the amount of stuff that's going on. I'm like, you calling me is actually doing less service to you, because I don't know as much going on as the property management side of things do. So what I love about the property management is not just a one person. It's not just you managing hundreds of different properties and doing all sorts of things. There's a team of people. Am I correct?
Yeah. So, and the biggest thing for me, because I'm just not great with the finances side. So doing the billing and stuff like that, having that side taken care of, and getting an invoice every month of, what you spent and how much you made, and just all goes directly into your account, is a huge deal.
Yes.
And that was what I struggled with the most, probably. And then also having a team of maintenance, and, having other property managers to all kind of confer with, because just one person doesn't know everything, right?
Yeah.
There's different scenarios. With properties that a million things can go wrong.
Yeah.
So having a team of people to kind of bounce off of ideas and stuff like that, it's a big deal.
Yeah. So how many people would you say are kind of on the team of Premier Property Management? I know that when it's first started off, it was like a one-man show kind of thing, kind of two people helping out here and there, but it's starting to grow. And in order to be a truly professional property management, you need a team of people. So how many people would you say is on the team?
So right now 4.
Okay.
But that's definitely going to grow. Like you said, it was a one-man band, and now, we've times 4, right? So, it's going to grow exponentially within the next year, I would say. We'll definitely hire some property management people for specific multifamily places, and then probably, some for a lot of the single family homes we have too, because those keep adding too.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So how many properties are you guys kind of managing at this point in time?
Yeah, so
roughly?
Directly in Columbus, it's right around 100.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's a little bit more than that. I don't know the exact number, but it's somewhere around there. And then I know in the Kearney and Omaha area, they're talking about bringing on, I believe it's like 1,500. So,
really?
Yeah, so that it'd be a big deal.
Yeah, we brought in a lady who I don't know. I'm sure I can probably say her name. I'm a Bev.
Yeah.
Okay, because she's hired on. But I think she's been doing this for almost 20 years, I think.
Yep.
So bringing in the big guns, to get that true professional, somebody who's got the education and experience. It's not just, I mean, there's just so much that goes into it, and how and handling each individual person. Right. I mean, it goes back. I mean, same with real estate when you're helping people buy and sell. Right. You have to learn to manage the people too.
That's the hard part.
It is.
Right? I mean, the property and the things that go wrong, I mean, all that can be fixed. But the people, that's the tough part.
Do you have to deal with people a lot?
Yeah. I'm pretty good with people though. I mean, I kind of, I'm good with people that have a problem because I just let them vent. That's the best thing you can do, right? So I just kind of listen to their problems and just kind of go from there. And I'm usually pretty good at fixing things. So I can usually figure it out and make them happy, and then happy customer, person, whatever you want to call it. Makes you happy because you're going to deal with them. Right?
Yes. When you have a good relationship with them, people tend to not have as many complaints,
right.
So they, kind of going back to the financial side of things, because I would agree with you. What I loved most about getting into the property management is that I'm not having to pay bills here, pay bills here. Right. I have all the bills basically go to the property management. They get paid out of that account, and then I just get a monthly deposit from what is basically left over, that then my mortgage would come out of there, of course. So it's really nice. I'm not having to run all over the place trying to figure out what bills go where and trying to keep it all in the same account. Right. Plus it makes life for taxes and my CPA so much easier. So, in hindsight, you're saving money by having all of your taxes pretty much easy and done for them, So you save money that way, you save headache. So a lot of people think, oh, it's so expensive to hire another person or, hire a property management company. Right. But for me, it is 100% worth it. Right. Because,
and there is cost, right? I mean, it does cost money, but just what are you willing to do?
Yes.
And some people, that's just not their interest. Some people want to deal with the headache for a while and then realize it's not their thing too, you know, which is okay. But like you said, that financial part of it for me was the biggest thing. I mean, just having someone there and I don't deal with the financial stuff now, which is a good thing because just not my lane. Yep. So, but having that and then having, like you said, everything ready during tax time, you don't have to scramble. Yeah. You don't have to get this shoebox full of receipts out. I mean, everyone's got
Somebody else does.
Everyone's got their drawer or shoebox full of receipts that they give to their accountant.
Yep.
So that's a huge deal. And then have the relationship we have with vendors, right? Yeah. So, plumbers, electricians, stuff like that, we have a relationship with them, get some discounts on that. So, repairs and stuff, it's not a huge amount, but it's a cheaper, save you some money there too. So
yeah, it definitely adds up. For me, it's more convenience and peace of mind because in order to grow, you have to leverage. And if you want multiple investment opportunities and properties, you're going to have to hire somebody, whether it's a company or if the property is big enough, you have somebody in-house. But ultimately, I mean, in order to have multiple properties without pulling your hair out or without it being a full-time job, you have to leverage somebody who has the knowledge, the expertise that can take you to another level,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes in my own properties, and that was before I had any professional experience in it, and it's just like those mistakes could have saved me thousands of dollars, right? So it does make a big difference. And I think that people probably don't realize how big of a difference it is to, have someone there and, it can be all tailored to how, as an owner, you want to be, if you want to pay your own bills. Yes. Yeah. More power to you,
Yep.
But I mean, we'll do everything also, but if you want to be involved, that's also okay too,
Yep.
So.
Yeah, because you get a monthly P&L every time anyway. So for me, it doesn't make sense not to have people pay the bills. But there are some people who, especially if you've done it your entire life and you have your own properties, it's probably like you don't want to give up full control. But I think once you start giving up a little control, you're like, okay, maybe a little bit more and a little bit more. And then you're like, all right, I'm done.
Yep. Eventually
you're just like, you know what, just take it all. I don't even care.
Yep. We just went through that. Actually had someone that, was paying their bills. And I mean, it took them 3 weeks, and they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with it anymore. You know, it's just like, of course, yeah. I mean, it's a pain, right?
I know for me, I got a bill and I'm like, I'm not paying this.
Yeah,
what the heck?
exactly.
You know,
Yep,
like, no, somebody else.
Yep.
That is so funny. Yeah, because we were kind of double dipping there for a little bit because we were getting the bill, but then they were also sending the bill to the property management.
Oh, right.
And then my husband didn't realize that the property management was actually going to be paying it, so he paid it. And I'm like, wait, no. We're double paying, but it worked out, and it works out fantastic. I just get that monthly P&L, so
it's great.
Yeah, I mean, have you had a lot more people kind of coming to you? Do they reach out to you if they're wanting to get involved, or who do they typically reach out to?
Yeah, so they reach out to any of us, but they have Bev, like you said, and then her son actually works with us too. He's in the Omaha area, Jacob, and which is great because he grew up with his mom doing it, so I'm sure he picked up things along the way too.
Yeah.
So they can contact him, me, any of us really to get involved. So
okay, so is there a phone number that they can call?
Yeah, there's a Premier Property phone number.
402-527-4471. Do you know? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
I think that's right because I remember 4471 is the same as our address.
Same as the address,
but I believe it's 402-527-4471 is the Premier Property Management. So who usually answers that phone?
So we typically I'll have it, or Jacob will have it.
Oh, okay.
Jacob has it most of the time, but I'll take it from him every once in a while. And then if not, leave a message and we get back to you pretty quick. The messages go to all of us. So,
nice.
Even if he's not there to answer the phone, you leave a message, one of us will get back to you pretty quick.
Yeah. And then kind of what's the process if somebody calls you guys and you're like, hey, I have some properties. I want to get them in Premier Property Management. What is the process to kind of start that?
Yeah. So first off, we see what they have, how many properties they have, and then what they're interested in doing, how they want to do it for themselves, if they want to be involved or if they want to be not involved, right? So that's the big thing, is just tailoring it to exactly what any owner wants. And then after we get that information, we go into looking at the properties, if there's any vacancies, looking at that, seeing what they want done to the places, because a lot of people don't have the time to actually get the work done when they're vacant, which is a big deal.
Yeah. Yes.
So we'll go through there and walk through, kind of see what conditions there are and anything that we suggest to do, stuff we suggest not to do, and then go from there.
And then do you guys usually put the price on it, or is that something that the landlord or the owner does?
No, we'll take their advice, whatever they want from it. Yeah. So if they want X amount, then that's what we'll do. And if it's too low, we'll tell them, hey, I think you can get more. If it's too high, we'll say, I'm not sure if you're going to get that, but we'll give it a shot. And if it doesn't work out, we can always reassess. Yeah.
So, and then you guys, I'm assuming you guys probably collect the security deposits as well. And then you hold them in your own trust account, right?
Right.
So that's a big thing for me too. In most property managements, you don't have to have 2, 3, 4, 5 different accounts.
Right.
You have one that gets deposited, and those security deposits get held by the Premier Property Management.
Right.
Now, I'm sure some people can choose to keep them themselves, but technically you can't commingle funds.
Right.
So there's a lot of legalities that go into it that I think a lot of even investors or property owners don't really even realize, that you're not supposed to commingle those funds because those funds are not yours.
Right.
So state requires you to have them separated, and if they're commingled, then that kind of like pierces the veil. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of complications that can come with that. But so if somebody wants to kind of get that process started, they sign a contract with you. Okay. And typically, how long do they sign the contract for?
It's usually a year.
Okay.
So it'll be a year, and then we'll just go through next year, and we'll reassess. And if they liked what they had going for them, if they thought we did a good job, they sign up, and generally they do. But, I don't know if I know of anyone that hasn't yet. I've been here that long, but it just seems like the process, and it's getting even better, that people are just going to keep re-upping, because why wouldn't you? You don't have to. When you don't have to worry about something, then all of a sudden you do. It's worse than having to worry about it in the first place, right?
Yes, exactly. Very much so. Now, what when somebody moves out, what do you guys typically do in that case?
Yeah, so you get the 30-day notice of moving out, or their lease is expiring. So what we do, if their lease is expiring, we give them a call, and we just ask them if they want to redo their lease, and it'll be a new 12-month lease, and generally raise rent for inflation.
Yep.
And then if they want to stay, great, sign the lease. We'll, they'll be there another year. If not, we'll schedule a walkthrough. So you can walk through, see what needs to be done, and what the process is going to be for when they move out. And if it's in great shape, which happens not as often, but we'll just clean the place and we'll get a new renter in. But generally, there's something that needs to be done, and there's a lot of proactive owners too. Actually, that like to fix things up as they go. Someone moves out, redo that bedroom floor. Redo the living room floor, whatever it is. So we'll do that, and we'll schedule it out. Hopefully, try to make it as convenient as possible so we can get it done within the first week, and we can get it rented out, and they don't lose any profits from the place. No, we I don't know if you've been over to the apartment or the building that I have. There's a little bit of issues, and it ended up turning into a full gut, so that's been fun. I'm super excited about it. I went over there.
Kidding, I'm not.
I went over there. I was collecting some change from your washing machine.
Yes.
And I seen that the door was cracked open, and I knew that he was working on it, so I peeked in there, and it was bare. I was like, that's no fun.
No, it's not fun, but it's gonna look so nice. Like we knocked out a wall between the kitchen and the living room. It's gonna be a nice peninsula countertop. Cool. Because I was like, if we're gonna be demoing the walls, it wasn't structural, so I was like, just take that one out. We're gonna open it up, and it's gonna look so much better. So I'm excited, but time is money. It's not only costing us to renovate the property, but the longer nobody's in there, we have no income coming in. So, that's the fun part.
Well, that's the nice thing with those multi-families too. You have 4 units, so at least those other 3 are helping pay your mortgage, or
Well, it's those 2, so there's 8. So there's 2.
There's 2 there.
So then
7 to
like scraping.
Yep.
So it's fine having one not in there, but you're getting pretty close to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're getting nervous at least, right? Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let's get going. But no, so I mean, I love the property management. And then, do you guys do professional photos? Do you post it online when they're available?
Yeah, so we do professional photos, and we actually have. It's really cool. It's the same thing with the sales. They have like a virtual walkthrough.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they do it. We're still getting a lot of those units done because it is a process.
Oh yeah.
And people live in the units and stuff like that, so it makes it tough.
Yeah.
But every time one goes vacant, we get that done. So it's a virtual walkthrough, so people know exactly what they're kind of getting themselves into, and saves a little bit of labor on our side too. So we do that, and then we throw it online. On Rent Cafe, and in Columbus, it's just the market.
Rent Cafe.
Yeah,
is
Rent Cafe.
That's a website that people.
That's the website.
RENTCAFE. .com. Okay, I don't even know if I've heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, so I never heard of it until now either. But in Columbus, it's that market is just kind of crazy. So you don't need a whole lot of advertisement in Columbus.
I know.
You really don't.
No.
Honestly, I've come to find out the less advertisement in Columbus, the better. So you don't get flooded with a bunch of people, and you can make a good decision on who you want to rent to. Because that's the biggest thing, is renting to the right people. So, if you get someone, and no one's perfect. You're always going to get someone that's just not great. They're going to trash the house, and you're going to have
complain about everything.
Or complain about everything. You're always going to get those, but you try to do your background checks and your due diligence to get the right people that you're not going to have those problems with.
Do you guys do background checks on everybody then?
Yes.
Okay, and is there a fee for them to apply or do any of that?
There is, yeah. So there is a fee to apply, and so we don't really have a problem. And I think I've come to find out, even before I worked here, because I did that with my own properties before I knew, that just that application fee weeds out a lot of bad people.
Yes.
So, and that, and you get the background check, and you can kind of see, where their downfalls are. Everyone has a little bit of a, red mark on their resume, you can call it, I guess.
Baggage.
Exactly. So, but then you can compare, which one is the right choice.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Well, so if anybody is a landlord considering, thinking, maybe didn't know about Premier Property Management, wants to find out a little bit more information, do they call the same phone number that somebody who's looking to rent would call, the Premier Property Management number? 402-527-4471. Did we confirm that? Yeah, I think so. Matt, did we confirm that? Yep. Okay, yep.
Yep. Call that number.
Okay.
And yeah, if no one answers, there'll be a voicemail and we'll get back to you right away. Bev does more of the owners coming on.
Okay.
Just because she's
got the experience.
Of it. So, and I know Jacob does a lot of it too. My main focus recently has just been Columbus specific and trying to, get the processes all nailed down. So we've been kind of going through that, and then we can just keep bringing on houses and everything like that. So.
And the platform that you guys use is Yardi. And so like the owners we have our own portal where we can go in and we can see what sort of requests that the tenants have requested, if it's major, which I'm sure most of them, when they put major, it's not, or like urgent, they're usually not. It's like a light bulb out and it's urgent, but you can, like, as an owner, you can go in and you can see all those requests. You can see if they were completed. And I believe you can see like the cost of what those were, who handled the situation. You can look up your rent, deposits, like if somebody couldn't get their deposit and they're trying to make it up. There's all sorts of things that you can go on there and view at any point in time. Right. So that's the nice thing as an owner, is to be able to go in there and pull it up, and everything is almost live, but I mean it gets updated on a very regular basis. So that's nice to have too, because we may not get those phone calls about complaints, but at least we can go in there and we can see, because that's how the tenants would report complaints. They're not calling, they go into the portal and they submit a claim or complaint, I guess you could say, however you say it. So then you guys aren't flooded with complaints all the time. Like, you go into the portal and you guys check that on a regular basis to confirm.
I check it every morning, and I honestly I just get it all done in the morning. I get everything scheduled, called out, and we do have an agreement with, everyone has a different number, but whatever the number is for a repair, if it's $500, we'll call the owner and get it approved by them first, or just let them know
if it's over that amount.
So everyone has a little bit different number. It just depends on how much you want to be involved, right? You can do it for $100 and we'll call you every time we spend $100. But 500 generally what it is. And the tenants also have that same portal, but they do everything online and they pay online, and it's really slick. You're not having cash here, check here, money order here, all that stuff. It's all ACH online for the most part. People have to transition, or they pay a little bit extra if they're dropping it off. So anybody who's out there who is a landlord who is pulling their hair out and doesn't want to deal with it, Premier Property Management would love to meet with you guys, get you onboarded, and then even if you are interested in purchasing a property, or if you've always thought about investing but you didn't want to deal with tenants and toilets and light bulbs and all that stuff, Premier Property Management can help alleviate that stress and put somebody in between you and the property and the tenants. So definitely reach out to them. You can reach out to Quinten. There's several people on the team, Bev and Jacob, and then I know Matt helps with some Matt
things
does
too.
Most financial
side of things.
I mean, he's more than willing to help, and even if you're interested in investing, like you said, you don't have any properties, I mean, give us a call. I mean, you can help them, and anyone in-house can help, if that's something interested.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of our agents are either investors, have worked with investors. I mean, so we can help you here. And then obviously we have the Premier Property Management Company to take away the stress of dealing with tenants, and that they're a good fit as well. So, Quinten, what is one piece of advice that you have heard that has helped you professionally in your career?
Yeah, so I would have to say it would be just enjoy the process, right? So I know that's kind of the dirty part. The process is the dirty part. The beginning is great because you're excited because something new is happening, right? And the end result's awesome because it's all done. But the process is what really makes it what it is. And that really changed my mindset when I started. It was just kind of like, oh, this is a pain. And then it was just kind of having that mindset of just enjoying what you're doing while you're doing it and enjoying everything about it. And, if you don't, then that it's time to move on. But just enjoy the process of everything.
Have an open mindset about everything, anything new. I mean, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have great days. You can do something that you absolutely love doing, but you're still going to have days that you hate and don't want. There's going to be things that you don't want to do. I mean, I don't know if there's any one career out there that you're going to love every single thing that you do. But you have to do the hard things in order to grow and to make it better. So you do have to enjoy the process, because otherwise it goes by so fast and it's a blur and you don't even know what happened. Next thing you know, it's done. So trying to be in the moment and appreciate the entire thing.
Yeah,
so.
I appreciate what you're doing, because when it's all built and done, it's all good memories. I've had a lot of long days, a lot of hard days, and I look back on them, and I enjoy looking back and remembering those hard days, because they got me to where I am now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it makes me keep wanting to go and grow even more. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Quinten, for being here. Premier Property Management. You guys are doing awesome. Keep rocking it. And
absolutely.
Hopefully we can get some more people on boarded with you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.